Hi Cancer, how are you doing? So welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to do your reading from the 22nd to the 28th of November, and we're going to kind of find out what energies are going on. Just a disclaimer, this is a general reading, so it may not resonate every single week, and if it doesn't, maybe check out your rising sign, because I find that's quite accurate too. So let's get some messages for Cancer. And I tried to include aspects of life for everybody because I realise that not everyone is interested in love, and also some people, aren't interested in work or anything like that. So I try to have a broad kind of topic, but sometimes certain weeks jump out a little bit more as love or work. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Okay, Knave of Wands. Six of Pentacles, Knave of Cups in reverse. Woo, that one flew out. Two of Pentacles. Five of Swords. They are really flying out, aren't they? And then one more, because we get six. Because I like even numbers. Ten of Swords. Okay. So there's a couple of messages that come out to me, and of course they may only resonate for some of you. I feel like with some of you, especially with like love or friendship, you've had a disagreement with somebody, or you're going to have a disagreement with somebody, I should say, because there's kind of an element of anxiety here and a sense of like immaturity, I would say. Five of Swords is kind of like butting heads and not talking on the level. And then the Six of Pentacles as well, even though it's a nice card, it's kind of like an imbalance of power in the fact that you may be the one that is giving too much in a relationship, and it's kind of causing tension, okay? And there's kind of anxiety about that. This could have been the cause of like a breakup for some of you, that you've like, it was just very one-sided, and you always felt that you were the one giving and they were the one taking, and it was just constant kind of fight and struggle with them. And that's kind of like something that you'd be reflecting on a little bit. For others, this is not so dramatic. It's more, having a little bit of a disagreement or a tiff or whatever, and then feeling like, why am I always the one that seems to be like the one pushing or trying to say sorry? Why am I always the one that's apologizing? And that kind of hurts me, because sometimes it's not my fault. It's kind of like giving me that energy where it's like, why am I always the one to blame when I actually didn't do anything wrong? And, you might have some kind of friendship or somebody that might actually give you a bit of clarity on that or help you out. And there's a sense of, actually, maybe I am not the one in the wrong here. Maybe actually a lot of voices and a lot of eyes can help me understand what I'm going through. So that's what I kind of get for like love. And again, Knave of Cups in reverse is kind of like immaturity, and it's like, this is a very immature thing that we were going back and forth and always having an issue. For some of you, having a relationship or a connection where you're in no contact, and it's like feeling there's this sense of you're so attached to them but they're not attached to you, and that causes you a lot of pain because it just feels so wrong in your soul. It feels like, why am I always the one that is pushing and trying and even manifesting, and I'm getting breadcrumbs, if that, from somebody. So there's a sense of that for some of you too. But others that, aren't really interested in love and don't have that kind of like energy at the moment, there is a sense of like good energy with employment here. So Knave of Wands and Six of Pentacles, when it comes to like employment, is really good. This is like somebody putting in a good word for you at work. It's like good business opportunities where you get to network with each other, because this is quite charitable kind of energy here. It's like, oh, I really feel like, somebody's here to help me out. So like I said, even though we've got some kind of energy of tension and disagreement, we do have an element of kindness here. So it's not all bad for anyone who has any elements of love or career, etc., etc. Also, we've got Two of Pentacles as well. So we have got this earthy energy coming through. Two of Pentacles, it's like wanting to start something new but feeling like there's a lot of anxiety around it. And this is really particular with the Knave of Cups in reverse too. Like creative pursuits where you're scared to go ahead because you're like, people will laugh at me or it won't work out. And there's anxiety about that. But this is actually good. This is like a new project that you want to start and there's a sense of creativity, but you're getting in your own way about it. You know, you're going to be feeling like, you know, when you get like obsessed with an idea and you're like, oh, I'm going to start, you know, I'm going to buy a sewing machine, I'm going to like do this and that. And then the next day you're like, oh, can't be asked. It's kind of like, don't really want to go ahead with it because maybe you're worried that people will laugh at you, that people will steal your ideas. There's just a lot of different kind of ideas associated with the Knave of Cups or the Page of Cups, for the say, in reverse. But there's a sense of newness here and wanting to start something exciting, but not really knowing how. And again, this could be for a relationship. It's like, I want to start a relationship, but there's a lot of disagreements, or, you know, we can't just seem to find our footing and our speed with this. So there's an element of that. I think there's someone shouting outside. I'm going to get a love card, just for those who are interested, because there's some like love undertones to this reading in particular. Don't know if I can see. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Okay, for some of you that like maybe already in relationships, try to go on holiday if you can. I know it's kind of difficult with like Corona and etc, etc. And if you're not in a relationship, this is just, to me, getting away from other people. You know, you might be disagreeing because there's like a sense of energy around you. Again, can you see there's lots of eyes looking at this relationship, maybe putting their 2 cents in, because you know how family can be as well. It's like, this is my life, stop judging me type of thing. So just getting away from people and having something where you two are together is really important. And again, I think it's really important to know that, you know, disagreements are very normal. You know, it's not the end of the world. It's not this Ten of Swords conclusion moment if you are having a lot of disagreements. But you also have to be aware that, you know, if you feel like it's getting too much for you and it's becoming too much, like, I feel like I'm just always fighting, it's always a struggle, you have to do what's best for you. You have to be the person that says, look, I have to be kind to myself. You know, there's kindness being given to you, but you also give that kindness to yourself too. And that's the most important thing here, to be kind to yourself, because everything spans from that, you know? When you're kind to yourself, then all the other external kind of situations in your life follow suit. So that's kind of what I get for that week coming, Cancer. So I hope that helped and kind of given you a bit of an insight on what's going on. I think generally we've just got a sense of starting something new, finding some kindness in some kind of way, and for others kind of deciding whether, you know, the arguments or the stress or the tension is enough for you, you know, especially even with like people that you weren't ever in a relationship with, because it's sometimes like, why am I putting in all this energy, giving and giving and giving? Like mental energy too, and I'm not getting anything back, you know what I mean? I'm just like sitting there manifesting or like thinking and nothing, you know? So you have to be aware of how these situations are affecting you, because we are in Sagittarius season when this video comes out. We are in Sagittarius season, and that is the most important thing, because Sagittarius season, as a Sagittarius, I know, as you can see my necklace, Sagittarius, it's very philosophical. It's very like thinking about things ending, which is why we might have a Ten of Swords moment. Thinking about things ending, thinking a lot about death and life and, you know, our place in the world and society. And so this is a very, very reflective period for a lot of you, especially after the eclipse. So it's going to be like, you know, what do I actually want with my relationships, and are they serving me, and are they worth it, basically. And again, this is very particular for Taurus, Leo and Libra, so keep that in mind. I hope this has helped you, Cancer, or it's entertained you or what have you. Please come back for the next reading next week, and I hope you have a wonderful week regardless of, you know, the energies here. And yeah, see you later. Bye.